Hey, what's up? Welcome back. Apex Sapien, dropping that deep spit and logic. Subscribe, like, share, all that good stuff so we can preach the word of how to make better young men. Because this is bad out here. And speaking about young men, we got to talk about the real epidemic of the world, which is the lost young man. The lost boy is a horrendous, horrendous situation we got going on this time, place. Because there's a lot of young dudes that just don't have any older brother or any older masculine figure to guide them in life, give them any type of game. We got young dudes out here just acting like girls. And it's really tragedy because although this world is very twisted, very confused, especially in the West, where manhood has been put on the back burner in light of how important it is for like civilization to be able to run smoothly. Most men are not stepping up to be able to help these young kids out, to help them, give them some guidance. And without this guidance, what we're going to end up seeing is a whole generation of young cats that are just self-destructive and doing just weird stuff. And you know why I came upon this idea? One of the things that has been annoying me for a long time has been just irritating my soul. It's when I go into a coffee shop. I'm almost strapping young gentleman. I got my face nice, muscles popping, everything like that. And I see a dude giving me coffee. I'm like, what the fuck is this? I don't want a dude serving me coffee. Why is a dude serving me coffee? Why would you get a real job? Go use your hands. Go do something for real. Coffee shops were made for young ladies to work in. And old guys who retire who just want to have a coffee shop because they're done. They don't have anything else to do with life. But we got young guys in the prime of their physical careers. The prime of their physical specimen of a body serving other men coffee and looking happy and smiling when doing it. I'm looking like this is a tragedy. Well, just go get a job at Home Depot or something. And that's the crazier part. We got more chicks working at Home Depot than we got guys working in coffee shop. This is what we known as gender dysmorphia, or the integrated man, where men are now starting to take female roles and women are now trying to step up and be the masculine roles. And this is a recipe for disaster in the grand scheme of like the West. Because you can't run a civilization like that. And it's not to say that women aren't capable, but women don't have the same muscle mass and thinking process under stress to be able to manage man shit. And when I say man shit, I'm talking about like bridge building, war, farming, construction. Like real stuff that has real consequences where people die. Women tend to shy away from those particular endeavors. And to be honest with you, most men tend to shy away from those particular endeavors. So it's really unfair to ask a woman to be able to take control of those particular things and expect her to deal with the stress that comes with that. Because that stress kills men. And men are physically made and built over years of evolution to be able to be resilient to high levels of stress and physical exhaustion. That's like our specialty. That's our superpower. Women's special power is nurturing, being able to provide children, having that emotional feeling to be able to make you feel better about yourself. That's why we love mama. And men's job is to make sure that she has the environment to be able to do her role best. But if we got the whole entire roles flipped, well, guess what's going to happen? We're going to have women who can't like be nurturing, and we're going to have men that can't be protecting and providing and building and capable of great violence and war when time needs be. And that's not good long term. That's a very horrible outcome for humanity. So my goal today is kind of teach you young men like how to find yourself and stop trying to be so lost. Because I understand, man, it's tough out there. Nobody tells you the truth. You've been lied to since you were like 4 or 5. They don't give you any real gospel to help you really make it and maneuver through life. Like, it's so crazy how many young kids and guys ask me about just basic girl questions. And I tell them every time, don't worry about girls, man. You got plenty of time to worry about girls when you got your money right, your body right, your health right, and everything else in order. Girls right now are a hindrance because you can't afford to give a woman what she needs in life. You don't have the ability to do that yet. You haven't learned enough about yourself to be able to guide a woman through life. And we haven't done a good job as the elder men to teach young boys and groom them into learning how to be great fathers and community figures and good men and husbands to be able to maintain a household. Because people don't understand, maintaining a household is not some easy task. Ask any father. It's brutal. There's days you just don't want to do anything, but you got to get up and keep going. You got to be mentally strong and fortitude, because we're talking maybe 18 to 30 plus years of putting in hard work and labor to make sure that your kids, your offspring are able to be productive, youthful, proper citizens within a society. That's a heavy tax, man. That's a heavy toll on a man. That's why you should wait as a young guy to not put yourself in that position where you're a father figure, or not a father, but being a father, being a husband, until you have got most of your things in line, primarily your physical and your financial. Because it's hard enough maintaining a household, just maintaining a family, making sure the relationships of the family is good in itself. You don't want to have to be stressed about being in shape and having money. That wants to be the least of your worries. Those things should be on the back burner. You want to be able to pick all your primary focus and put it onto your family, make sure your family's good and your family's straight. But we don't teach young men. We do things in the opposite order. We tell guys, oh, you'll find love, and when you find love, you'll just go and everything will work out. No. As you can see from our divorce rates in the West, I think it's like 70% of marriages in within 5 to 6 years or 7 years, something like that. Shout out to Coach Greg Adams. So, and within 7 years, that means if you got married at 21, by the time you hit 28, 29, chances are you will be divorced. There's a 70% chance you will be divorced. And that's not even including going 10, 12, 20 years. The numbers even get more staggering. Most guys are so unaware of this particular fact, which is shocking to me. Because you would think something as important as marriage would be something that would be taught and explained very thoroughly to men so they understand the true responsibility of what they're taking on as a husband, as a father. But no, nobody ever teaches them these things. Nobody ever tells them the truth because most guys are lying. And that's the big problem. We have a lying spirit in America, a terrible lying spirit. And Jordan Peterson had a wonderful quote where he says, look, if you can't tell the truth, just don't say anything. You're better off just not saying nothing. But lying is a cost on your soul that can never be recovered. Because when you start to lie, you start to live a lie. And when you speak the truth, you live the truth. And see, what you realize is most people don't understand that philosophy because most people think their words don't mean anything. They don't understand the meaning of words, the vibrations of what are coming out your voice. These things have consequences. They have effects upon reality. That's why the voice in conversation is so important, because what you talk about, who you say things to, and how you're perceived is largely accounted for by the words that come out your mouth and then proved by the actions that follow. And this is why they say don't be a man of words, be a man of action. Because words are cheap. Anybody can say anything. And the more you talk, the more you cheapen your words, less you're speaking very real, truthful things. So if you talk, you should only be speaking truth. And most people are not going to like the truth, but what they are going to do is acknowledge it and respect it because it is reality. You could try to pretend as much as you don't. Well, you could try to pretend as much as you would like that reality is not what it is. You can do that all day long. Guys do it all day. They cope. They do escapism. And this is largely what most young men are doing. They're trying to escape from reality because they've been living a lie. They've been told lies. They start to live the lies. Their parents lied to them. Now they live the lie. And when they see the results not adding up to what they particularly thought they should have as the outcome, they didn't get frustrated and get angry. And what we're going to have in America, especially in America and the West, is young man rage. Young man rage is a very scary, terrifying thing because the role of the father, the role of the husband, is to make sure that a young man understands how to control his emotions, because he understands how dangerous emotions are within a man, because emotions are not real. I know they might feel real to you, but in the outside world perspective, nobody can feel your emotions. Shout out to the Straw Hat. So your emotions must be controlled, and you must only act using the binary focus of your mind, which is, am I doing an input that's going to give me a correct output? And if you're not getting a correct output from the inputs you're doing, you need to change the inputs. But since most people lie, the inputs they do, they con themselves into believing into something that's not actually what it is. And this is why we have the current lost boys situation, because they have been lied to by the school system, been lied to by the government, been lied to by their parents, teachers, coaches. Everybody just lying to the youth. And now the youth get to the point where they get tossed out in the world, and then those people are not there to comfort you with their comforting lies. And now you guys sit there and look like, why is my life fucked up? Why am I 100 pounds overweight? Why am I broke? Why am I working a dead-end job? Why do I have no skills? Why do no girls like me? Why is my life the way it is? Well, it's the way it is because you haven't been living real. You haven't been living truth. And that's the goal of this podcast, is to be able to promote truth, promote love, and promote prosperity, by giving you the real. And so I wish to help all young people by providing them an outlet to be able to come and listen and absorb some games so they're no longer stuck in this cycle of just bullshit lying. But anyway, young guys, if you're having trouble trying to figure out what you need to do with life, reach out to me. I'm very accessible. Book a time, apexsapien.com. Book a consultation. I'll talk to you. We'll try to make up a plan, figure out how to get your life in order, and see what we can do to help you out, man. Because I don't want to see these young guys lost. Because, man, when we have weak men in society, all that does is breed chaos. It just breeds chaos, and it makes life worse for women. And we make life worse for women, it's going to make life even worse for guys. And then it's going to be a cycle that just perpetuates until we hit a fucking, rock bottom. And then when we hit rock bottom, it's going to be really ugly, which I think we're already on the way. 2030 crash out. I'm calling it now. The West is crashing out. Everybody's crashing out by 2030. I don't think people have enough mental fortitude to last for another 6 years. I really don't believe it. But anyway, like, subscribe, share. Appreciate you guys for listening. Enjoy the rest of your day.